Hello and welcome to Hypeno, where we bring you the latest news briefings and analysis on technologies and EVs to keep you informed. This hour in focus, we are exploring China accusations on US of undermining international trade over Dutch ASML export controls. But before we proceed, please kindly like and subscribe to this channel by clicking the bell notification feature below to help YouTube learn of your preferences and to receive notifications each time new videos are uploaded on this channel. Let's get started. Tense relations between United States and China. Concept of conflict and stress. New export limitations have been placed by the Dutch government on the sophisticated chip fabrication tools that are exclusively produced by ASML. Even though China is not directly mentioned in the notice that ASML made regarding the limits, it is reasonable to presume that they will primarily apply to China as a nation. In a similar fashion, the United States is not mentioned. Nevertheless, given that its strategy of depriving China of the means to buy or develop its own advanced processors is well acknowledged, connecting the dots in that direction does not require one to be the most extreme conspiracy theorist possible. According to the release made by ASML, as a result of these export control regulations, ASML will be required to apply for export licenses with the government of the Netherlands for all shipments of its most advanced immersion DUV lithography systems. The Dutch government will assess whether to grant or deny the required export licenses, and they will offer more details to the corporation on any conditions that apply. ASML will continue to comply with all applicable export restrictions, including those governing the Netherlands, the European Union, and the United States. It is therefore presumed that the Dutch government will reject any applications that it identifies with the Chinese state, which in modern times appears to mean applications submitted by any and all Chinese businesses. To be clear, however, we are not aware of any official pronouncements that substantiate that idea. This point needs to be emphasized. China's response continues to proceed as though this is the country's official policy despite this fact. In response to a question regarding restrictions imposed by the United States and the Netherlands on the export of chip manufacturing equipment to China, the spokesperson for the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mao Ning, stated as follows: China opposes the United States overstretching the national security concept, abusing export control tools, and using all sorts of pretexts to cajole or coerce other countries into joining its technological blockade against China. These activities, which involve meddling in routine trade between enterprises by using administrative means, fundamentally undermine market rules and the international trade order, disrupt global industrial and supply chains, and serve no one's interests. We will keep a careful eye on any developments that are pertinent and will vigorously protect our legal rights and interests. It is difficult to identify many issues with the aforementioned statement. The initial concern about the use of Chinese equipment in 5G networks has snowballed into a far broader approach that aims to harm China's technology sector in general. The United States of America has legitimate reason to worry the rapid technological progress of its principal geopolitical opponent. Nevertheless, corrupting the global trade system in an attempt to slow down this progress is a brutal and morally problematic tool that risks all kinds of collateral damage and unintended consequences. This point of contention is expressed clearly in a recent article published in the Global Times, which is widely believed to be under the influence of the Chinese government. It also mentions that ASML's most cutting-edge technology, known as EUV, has been subject to limitations since the year 2019. As a result of a peculiarity in research and development, and most likely the patent system, ASML has a monopoly on these most cutting-edge technology. Since of this, China is completely shut out of the business of manufacturing cutting-edge chips, since it is denied access to these markets. The United States of America has previously exerted pressure on TSMC, the leading manufacturer of these types of semiconductors in the world, to limit its interactions with China. In recent weeks, it has also exerted pressure on South Korea to limit the sales of memory chips to China, and it has hinted that Malaysia could face unpleasant consequences if it decides to utilize Huawei in the construction of its 5G networks. It would appear that this move by ASML is the most recent in a long line of similar acts, and it is quite unlikely to be the last, with predictable Chinese retaliations certain to aggravate the situation even more. Network Hacks is the most complete telecom event in the world, since it brings both the wireless and wireline businesses together under one roof. The event will be held in Paris from October 24 to 26, 2023, and will feature presentations on monetization and deployment methods, networking, product creation, and much more. Network X will assist you in formulating an effective business strategy, locating influential connections, and selecting appropriate investments for your company. That's where we wrap things up for the time being. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.